Hi, today a small piece about shooting tethered. You know, a lot of people see me shooting tethered during workshops or during photo shoots. And they always ask me, Frank, what do I need to shoot tethered? Well, to be totally honest, probably you already have all the software you need. If you have a Canon or Nikon camera and certain other brands, you can shoot tethered straight away in Aperture or Lightroom. If you don't own Aperture or Lightroom, no problem. If you own a Canon camera, on your solutions disk, there's a program called DPP. With DPP you can start shooting tethered right away. Just connect your camera to your USB and you can shoot it straight away. Okay, so what do I use when I shoot tethered? Well, the first thing you really need is a USB cable. I use the USB cables from Tethertools. The main problem with USB cables is that if you use the wrong type, you will lose images. I know there are a lot of stories from people who tell you that they have a 10-meter USB cable and they have no problem tethering at all. However, USB is not supposed to be over 4 or 5 meters. The tether cables, they have a special repeater box on them. And they will amplify the signal and make sure that you can shoot way over the 5 meters. But make sure you use an active repeater cable from, for example, Tethertools. Okay, so on your camera you have the normal connector you get with your camera. It's a small cable with a mini USB. And as you can see here, I've connected it with a so-called jerk stopper. This jerk stopper makes sure that when I yank on my cable, I won't destroy the port in my camera. The cable won't come loose. This cable is connected to the USB connector kit from Tethertools, and I will show you that. As you can see here, it's a small box and this is the repeater box. It's on the cable from Tethertools. And also you notice that I don't tape this connector to the box. The reason for this is very simple. When you tape it to the box, because you have a solid connection between the jerk stopper and the jerk stopper in the laptop, if you tape it, you will have a very rigid setup. However, when you stand on your cable, you will either pull the camera out of your hands or pull the laptop to the ground. If you don't tape this together, this will come loose and you will lose your images, but you won't have any damage. So don't tape this together. So on the camera I use the jerk stoppers, but also on the laptop. Here you see the USB version, but they're also available on RG45 or the network connector, the telephone connector, although I don't think anybody will use them anymore, and you can connect them straight to the tether table. So this is the most simple setup. You use your USB straight to the computer, you use DPP, Aperture or Lightroom or any other software you like to tether with. And what more do you need? Well, if you want to make it really nice, use the tether table. There are several tether tables from Tethertools and I use the 17-inch MacBook Pro tether table. I love shooting with a MacBook Pro because the batteries run very long and the quality of the screen is very good. On the screen issue, I use a matte screen. I don't like the glossy screens because outside when the sun hits a glossy screen, you don't see your images very well. So I always use the matte screens. I connected it to the 17-inch tether table. They're called the Aero tables. Again, they have them in many sizes, like the 15-inch or the Traveler for other laptops. To make sure that your laptop doesn't fall down or stay stable, you have the secure strap. It goes over your laptop and you can connect your laptop to the table. But there are more little tricks in this table. Here you can see a drive bay. This is the one for one hard drive. They also have them for 2 hard drives. On location, it's very important that you also make your backups. You can just connect your hard drive to your FireWire or USB port on your laptop and make sure that the hot folder where all the images come in that you shoot tethered is copied, let's say once a minute or every 2 or 3 minutes, to your hard drive. That way you always have a backup on your hard drive, and when you come back in the studio you just connect your hard drive to your computer and you copy all the images. On this side of the tether table I have a hook. Here you can hang your light meter on or other small stuff you would like to hang from it. And here's something that at first I didn't see any use for, the coffee cup holder. And my first opinion was, well, that's really something that the Americans like. However, I thought about it and, you know, always when I'm on location I always have something with me to drink, for example water or a Coke. And when you're on a beach and you put your Coke next to you and it will fall down, it will get all sandy. And when you drink it, well, don't go into details, but it isn't that very nice. So when I'm looking at my images, that's the time I want to have a drink. So I just put my bottle here, and when I look at my images, I can have my drink, and it will never fall down, it's always there. So the coffee cup holder, very good. So when you put your laptop on the tether table, there's a so-called Pro Pad on there. It will protect your tether table and it will protect your laptop from scratches. You don't have to buy the Pro Pad, of course, but I would really advise you to buy one. All the tether tables, by the way, are very lightweight, so when you travel a lot you can take them with you very easily. And they connect to all sorts of stands, studio stands, tripods, or whatever stands you can think of. So that's what I use with my Tethertools setup. And I would really advise you to check out Tethertools, because they have some amazing stuff to shoot tethered. Oh, before I forget, today there are so many nice applications for the iPad and the iPhone. If you shoot on location tethered, you will love this one. There are applications on the iPad and iPhone that will show your team all the images. So normally when you shoot tethered on location, you know the drill, everybody will look at your screen. You can't see the images yourself anymore, so why shoot tethered? Well, if you just give them all an iPhone or an iPad, or if they have them one themselves of course, you can install an application, let's say from On1 software, and you can see all the images that you shoot live on the iPad and iPhone. So your team can watch on the iPhone and iPad, and you can still watch on your screen. So shooting tethered, there's no excuse to not doing it, because on location you can see all the images straight away. And in the end, it will make you a faster shooter. Because now you look at the small screen on the back of your camera and it's very hard to judge your focus. The only thing you can actually do is see if the strobes went off. But it's very hard to judge focus or exposure. When you shoot tethered to a laptop, you can immediately see what you're doing. You can check focus on the raw files. And well, it's just a lot easier. In the end, trust me, it will save you a lot of time. So check out Tethertools, and we'll see you next time.